What's going on, guys? We're back. We got some action. It feels like it's been a while since we got anything. So the items, the characters, the figures that we just got, um, I don't think a lot of people know much about them. I certainly don't. But what it looks like, to me, is because of the fact that one of the two characters is one of the figures that Social Toys is also making, and that's how I know about that character specifically. So it looks like the show One Piece is a manga, and so Netflix is apparently doing a live action series of it. And the thing about it is, regarding the figure specifically, because I know nothing about the shows, nothing about any of that. Um, what I like about the figures and this specific release or both announcements, is that number one, to me, they're very refreshing. They're very what do you call it? It's different. It's not your typical Marvel, DC, Star Wars, announcement. And so that to me is exciting. The figures look great. Again, I don't know anything about them. I will most likely um, get them eventually. I will not pre-order these things. Again, there's no need for me. But they look really, really good. Um, Shout out to Lahara, who was the one who actually, taught me a little bit about these characters. And he mentioned that his only issue with the whole thing was that they're they're live action, and he would have rather than be the anime look, or the animated look. And so that may be an issue with some people who do know the manga, who do like, the animation stuff, the anime stuff specifically. So they may be turned off by the fact that they made them live action. Obviously, that's what Hot Toys does. So, I don't understand why somebody would be upset about that. But, if you don't like it, you don't buy it. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. And let me see who's in here real quickly. Tuli, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We got Uncarded Reviews. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Already asking for the watermelon. Let me raise the volume. Here, you got another one. Nefty in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, the series has been on Netflix since August 31st, apparently, which is yesterday. So, yes, William, thank you for being here. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Terry, my friend, how are you? I've seen the first episode yesterday. It was entertaining, in my opinion. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I just found out that it was out yesterday. It looks like it would be a fun show. You know what I mean? If you like that stuff, it's the Goonies type thing with like a combination of like, I don't know, Peter Pan, and it's just like a, to me, regarding the, because I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about the show. I don't know anything about the manga, so I don't know anything about these characters. But what I do like about them is, again, the fact that they're new. It's something different, and it looks like this is a another line that Hot Toys is getting into, because of the fact that there are plenty of characters that are, that they could potentially make from the show. So, or for the, or the manga, or whatever, whatever they decide to do the show. Obviously, he's not doing the manga specifically because they're not doing anime, but they're doing whatever they're doing on a show. And from the trailer alone, it looks like there is a lot of characters that would be great for them to make. So just like that what was it, that Clash of Champions or whatever the hell it was, that video game that they got into. I think this is the second line That's probably going to be that way because again, I think they're setting themselves up for, for whatever's going on with Disney and the amount of shows that they're going to be doing and the amount of movies that they're going to be doing. So I think that's where they're getting into these lines. And so, I don't mind at all. Like this doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, it's different. It looks fun. The accessories are ready. We got, let's see. Woo. Guadalajara, this guy. Good 2 episodes, but I keep seeing Diego from Dora the Explorer. Babo! Babo in the house. Babo. Babo. Eric, how are you, my friend? Hello, One Piece show. Can be big like, yep, exactly. I think that's why they got into it. I think there's a lot of that, yes, League of Legends. I always say Clash of Champions for some reason. That line is the amount of characters that they apparently have for that League of Legends line is, it's like over 100. So, how deep can they go? They could go very deep. So I think that's what's happening. I think they're setting themselves up to avoid any drought on their end regarding figures. So, they're getting into lines that, like, even if for whatever reason they stop after 3 figures, let's just say, like, for example, One Piece, right? The main characters are it looks like it's 3 of them, right? It looks like it's Monkey, Aurora Noah, and the girl. I don't know her name. So they're definitely gonna make those 3 probably, just as in the beginning. And then, like I said, there's so many potential other characters that are just in the trailer, right? And so I think that even like I was saying, even if they, for example, they stop at those first 3 and don't make any more figures for another, year or so, or don't announce anything for another year to 2 years, they can still, come back to that line and continue it because, they just can. So I think that's what they're doing, and don't be shocked if they start doing Clash of Champions sales. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't even know where that comes from, but I can never remember that damn name. It's so weird. Ahsoka episode 3. Who else? Stop it. Stop it. You can't buy something you don't. I'm not like you, okay? I'm not like you, Pirak. I do what I want, okay? I'm not told to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not like you, okay? I don't buy Dragon Ball Z because that's all I watch. I I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't go sell my soul to Mondo because that's all I watch. I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay? Just because you're fully sold out to Mondo doesn't mean I have to do what you do. Okay? How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. I don't know any anime. That's the thing. I don't know any, but I think these at a discount. They look really nice. So why not? Let's say Hero Toys is doing anime style. Once ice. Oh wait, where did you send it? Because I did see something else. Yes, I saw that too. Yep. That was the other company that was making that was the competition for social toys. I remember this. Thank you for sending me this. I remember this. Um Harold, how are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome. You can only that's the only one I know. That's your name. I always call him Vegeta. Every time I message him, I say at the end my last word in the sentence is Vegeta. Ah man. But yeah, guys, so look at these, look at the figure. So this stuff, like, I get it. That's his superpower, right? The Mr. Fantastic, stretchiness. So I get it. But like, to me, that's goofy. And like, I would just get the figure for what it is. Like, this is goofy too. I mean, it's cool, but it's goofy. So I would never display any of that stuff with it. But like this is very classy, very simple. I don't know why I get the vibes of Gilligan's Island. I don't ask me why, but that's what I think of when I look at this Gilligan's Island. So I have no problem with this. It's a nice look at the shoes. The shoes are really, really nice. Just it's different. It's different. Like I said, it's not your typical Marvel, your typical, you know, um, DC, your typical. It's different to me. It's refreshing. It's nice. It's new. So like I said, I would not I would not buy because again, I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me. To get this at full price, but at a discount, absolutely. Like I said, look at the head sculpt. Looks great. You got sculpted hair. That looks nice. Look at the detail. He's got a scar on his face, under his eye. Definitely a brand new body, as you can see. Um, you got the hat. You got the look at the ripped jeans. That's a nice little touch there. William says, "Did you grow up watching Gilligan?" No, it's Columbia. Don't be illiterate on my show, okay? It's an O, not a U. O, 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 O. Um, so the the what do you call it? The rip pants are a nice little touch. Like I said, the shoes. Look at the shoes, nice and different. And no, there was no Gilligan's Island on in Colombia, jerk. Um, so it's just nice. I can't spell. Oh my god, this guy. And so look, so tell me this doesn't look nice together. This looks very nice together. Again, you don't have to know what it is, but just having them as what they are, just figures in your collection, right? Beautiful. Very, very classy. Very, very nice. Wait till we get to this one. I like this one more. Obviously, you could just use this as just your regular, samurai style, like, character. So that's really cool. This one, like I said, very basic, just very, look at that. Just very nice, you know, nothing crazy. Tony, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. So, very, and look at even the belt with the little rope belt. Nice little touch there too. Just, nice figure. Very, very decent figure. Nice figure. Look at that. You gonna tell me that's not nice? That's really nice. Very, very well done. Whoever painted that. Obviously, again, remember there's a prototype, so it's not going to be the exactly the same when we get it. And one thing I've been noticing, guys, and I mentioned this months ago, but just to say it again, I'm noticing that a lot of figures that we're seeing pictures of ahead of time, getting them in hand, they're looking so much different, and usually for the better too. I'm going to give you an example. The Doc Brown from Part 3, Back to the Future Part 3, was a figure that I didn't have a problem with it when I saw the images of when it was released. And for whatever reason, people just didn't like it. They didn't. Oh, it looks like crap. Blah blah blah. I didn't really, I was more focused on the fact that Sideshow hadn't sent my my order, or my email at least, so I wasn't really focused on the figure. And then once I got it, the figure, I don't know if you guys watched my video. If you haven't, go check it out. But the figure is, again, for me, is really, really, really good. The paint application is beautiful. The expression is beautiful. Completely, obviously, completely different than the other two with the mouth open. And so don't judge. Don't be too quick to judge. These figures until you get them in hand, because of the fact that it for whatever reason, it's been completely different than in the pictures once you have it in hand. So that's why, even though this looks perfect, it may not be in hand, but for whatever reason, they've been looking better in hand, Luffy, Tusa already up. My God. Tusa, yeah. See, like, to me, Zoro is like at 275. I think that's decent. You get 2 head sculpts, it looks like. So that's not bad. This one you only get 1, so for the same price, I don't think so. And the fact that this has so much less than Zoro, it's not right at all. Yeah, you get those long extensions, but you get the eye rolling system. See, you get 2 extended arms, probably 1 or 2 extended legs. You got this funky bass that looks weird, but that looks cool. I don't know what the hell this is. And so, but I will 99.9% display it like this. Either with the hat on or with the hat behind him, but I'm not using any of those extensions. So, to pay 270 and forget 275 plus tax and shipping is going to be, 315, 320 or whatever. So, it's just not for me, it's not worth it, for you guys who are fans, that's perfect. The price isn't bad. It's not for me, because I don't know anything about it. I just started watching. Yeah, I started yesterday. Joker J in the house. How are you, my friend? That's what I tell my wife when I gotta go. This guy, unbelievable. Truly, bro. This is a manga. This is Netflix is redoing a manga series. So this is what this is. Truly, exactly. You guys. Tom Holland has sculpt on Luffy. It's this guy. Chris, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, very, very, again, very, very just decent, very nice, very, very, very basic figure, but 275. Now, look at the difference in this. You got, nice, sculpted arms, very detailed arms. You got the 3 katana swords. Look at that. Beautiful. This is way, and again, you don't even have to know what this is, and you could just buy this and be like, this is just a badass, samurai. So this is why this is, easier to pass as just a regular figure. Here's your single joint that you guys love so much. Um, but yes, this is so much better. Like I said, some of you may not like the fact that they're, the real life like look and not the anime, um but this looks, this doesn't look bad. Look at this. So you get the mouth open head. So this is one head sculpt, right? And then it looks like, see the way this looks here, it looks like you could remove the hair, but then again, probably not, because if you were able to remove the hair from the top, then what happens to this hair, right? And in here, you can tell that it's covered. So I think you're gonna get a whole piece for this. I don't think it's gonna be just the top of the hair, but it looks like it could be. So who the hell knows? We'll see. We'll see what it when the pictures are out, see what they show. Um, but look at that. Like, this is badass. Yeah, I don't care who it is. This is super super badass. So I don't mind this. I don't look. So here together, and I would display him like this with this on. Just as the ninja, not the the ninja style look. Not so much with just that. That for this to me looks like a pop star. This look. So with this on, he actually looks like a fighter. So a lot more passable in my eyes. But even that, that looks badass with the swords. Look at that. That looks badass right there with the swords. The fact that he's holding one in his mouth, that's awesome. Slugger16, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Joker J says, this guy, cha cha cha, cha 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 cha. Oh my god. I like seeing new and different IPs, but yeah, exactly. Same with me. I love the new stuff, but I don't know anything about this specifically, but I'm getting them anyway. I'm not pre-ordering them, but I'll get them. They're different. They're nice. Thule says, how are they gonna give us this while neglecting Wong? Wong's coming. Don't worry, he'll come. But justice for Wong. But see, as you can see, the body is not going to be very articulated, because look at the poses that they're giving you alone. So it means that the pants are going to be very limiting, right? So they're going to be hard cloth pants, and that's why you only see the legs go up that little bit. Watch, see, like that's probably about as much as you're going to be able to lift the leg because of the pants. See, same, just slight bend. See here, slight bend again. So yeah, kind of. Let me show you guys the picture that what do you call it, that William sent me, so I could show you the difference of what they look like. Where is me here? Oh, you sent me it as a you sent it as a GIF, and I can't use that. Unbelievable. Hit that like button, guys, please, if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. William says one newly developed head sculpt, one newly developed head sculpt with hair tied back. Okay, so there you go. So you get the two head sculpts. A sword in mouth, both head sculpts have separate. There you go. So yeah, so two head sculpts. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like the swords. Oh shoot! I wonder why they didn't show. Oh, here it is. Oh, they did put the pictures up. There it is. Well, no, I don't. I can't. I can't picture. That to stay in the mouth. That'd be weird. I mean, I get it, but. Uh, but see, but here they're showing you all three in the sheath, so I don't think that this is going to be permanently in the mouth. Can't be. That doesn't make sense. Because even for packaging alone, this doesn't make sense to give you a what do you call it, a head with a sword sticking out of it, and then you're gonna have to make the box a certain size to fit that. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess they could do whatever they want, but that doesn't make sense. And the fact that they're showing them three here, that means that they don't necessarily have to be, permanently in the mouth. So that's a good sign. But yeah, two head sculpts make sense because that would be weird if like you had to hide like this little bit of hair. So, and the fact that the mouth is open, it has to be a new one anyway. So, multiple heads are cool. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's a cool figure. It's a really cool figure. They're both nice. Very, very, very basic, very decent figures. And let me see if I could pull up his picture because I couldn't send it to myself. Let's see. Where is here we go. Come on, here we go. William Cody. Come on, William Cody. Let's see. All right, so this is the image of the other company that's doing him. This is by Hero Toys. Right? So you have that, and then you have that. So here. Come on. Here we go. So I'm going to zoom in. There we go. And then just so you guys could see. So a lot of people would have loved the animation, look, the anime look, which is this one, right? Apparently this is a big deal character, I'm assuming, from, past conversations I had with people about, this stuff, but I don't know, I don't know about this look compared to this. Like, I'll take this all day long, and I get, it comes from the anime, and the real one, the real one would be considered the anime look one, right? But this is Hot Toys. This is, even the body, look at the paint. You can see the paint application on the body, which is really, really nice. So let's see. Mouth's new artisan feature. They forgot the tongue. They forgot the tongue. Zoro and Monkey Kelly We Street. This guy. Oh my god. Such a pothead. This guy. What? Are you getting Inner Pennywise? And what's your opinion? Yes. So when Inner when Inner was announced, those were the two figures that I pre-ordered. Was when they announced the Pennywise, also I pre-ordered Pennywise for the second look, so the B version, which is the separate head that that Hot Toys came with, because remember Hot Toys came with two heads, so I bought like four Pennywises from Hot Toys, and I have two displayed, one with each separate head, and then the moment what do you call it, um InArt announced theirs, I was like, oh, I need that third look, which was, yeah, again, very beginning of InArt. So I have that's so the Joker 2-pack sculpted and the Pennywise are the only two things I ordered from them. So I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what I think of it because I just love that different style of head from them. And so that's the only reason why I ordered. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get it. But this is definitely a burner account, whoever that is. But thank you for the question. I've said it, a bunch of times that those were the two items I ordered from them, and that's it for me. I'm not ordering anything again. But thank you for the burner account. 100%. Chinese in our site said Pennywise first batch next week. Oh, so yeah, I ordered from Kitchen, so obviously I should be getting my invoice at some point, which is very exciting because I really like that second, head sculpt that they made. Again, just to be able to display with next to the Hot Toys and have all three looks. That's the only reason why. But like the Superman that they made with the two head sculpts, that angry head sculpt is the only one that makes that figure look nice. That other one looks like he's cross-eyed. He looks super pale, like super, super pale in every single picture. I don't know if it's the lighting that they used, but it doesn't look good at all. Obviously, Superman fans and InArt fans are, balls deep in that thing, but it doesn't look good to me. And I don't need another. I have literally literally every Superman by Hot Toys and multiples of them, so I don't need one from InArt at all. You know. But yeah, I'm excited for that Pennywise. I hope it's good. Like I said, the Joker. Even though you guys know that I dislike Inner as a company because of what they did, and how they are in the community. I thought the Joker was a 9. The figure was got and I said it multiple times. My figure has even fallen once off the base. Not a single one time. Not even like a little bit. Not even like it shifted. Nothing. So I can't even make complaints that, oh, it's a piece of crap. My thing keeps falling. I can't even say that. So that's why I don't need to lie to anybody about anything. There's no need. If I don't like something, I don't like something. I didn't like the fact that, they did what they did to the community. I thought that was a scumbag move, and I will not support that. I bought the Joker to be able to speak on the product, and I bought the Pennywise for me to have the third display of that specific character, and that's it. I'm done. You know. Um, Let's see. Babo, look forward to the comparison. Yeah, that's another reason too. Now I can compare all three head sculpts next to each other, what the figures look like next to each other, which is what I've been doing for most of my videos. I stopped naming them comparison because some figures, I'm not really comparing them. I'm just showing them side by side. But when it's a specific comparison, like when figures come out like pretty close to each other, then that's a fair comparison video. So that's when I would do them. But I haven't. I haven't. But yeah, no, this again, this looks very like to me. If I were to give this a rating right now, I would give this a 8.5 immediately. This also both 8.5s right off the bat, just right off of look. Like they're because they're different to me. And because of how I feel about the fact that it's not a Marvel, and I'm not saying that I don't like Marvel, that it's not a DC. I'm not saying that I don't like DC, that it's not a Star Wars. I'm not saying I don't like Star Wars, but it's nice to get a break sometimes. It's nice to be able to get different pieces. It's one of the things that made Hot Toys exciting in the beginning for me was that number one, you never knew what they were coming out with because there was no set like everything's gonna be Marvel, everything's gonna be DC, everything it wasn't that. They made figures from Platoon, they made figures from Prison Break, they made figures from a bunch of anime figures, they made things like that. So that's what's cool. That's what was cool at least back then, that every figure that they made wasn't, you didn't expect it to be Star Wars, DC, Marvel. You know what I mean? It wasn't that. It was just, what was next. And that's what kept it exciting for a lot of people that were in the hobby, back then, because you never knew, and that's one thing that we always say, that I always say, Hot Toys is very secretive, or at least, has always been secretive, for a reason. They don't let people know, what's next until it's, you know, ready to go. I feel like, and you could say, well, what about all those figures that they teased for the? Yeah, it was a different world. It was a completely different era for them. They didn't have as many factories. They didn't have as many, probably workers. If they're acquiring new factories, that means they got more people to work for them. So, at this point, anything that they tease is coming out. One specific example is that DJ guy that we're getting with that whole, round diorama piece, the control center figure. And that was teased how many years ago, right? The Vulture was shown, not teased, it was shown at Comic Cons years ago. So, for people to say, oh, that's not coming, it's all coming. It's all coming. It's just a matter of time until they get to it. But they probably have so much stuff in the works that we can't even think of, and that's the thing. Wondering if Hot Toys add more IPs. They could, and that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're setting themselves up because of the fact that they're already expecting. They have to know, and I can guarantee you, they probably found out before we found out. When we found out the news that Disney was going to cut down on Star Wars and Marvel, you don't think Hot Toys knew that already? Absolutely. They had to. They had to have known that. So that's why I feel like, because there's no reason, right? There's no reason for them to start getting into these random lines like this. If they know that Marvel and Star Wars are locked down with Disney. They know that, right? Or at least they should know that. Because if Disney owns both IPs, then why are they making all these figures, right? So they know, Hot Toys absolutely knows that they have to figure out and look for other lines of figures to get into, because of a fear of a drought regarding, again, not that Marvel and Star Wars is not going to make anything anymore. No, but we are now used to them pumping out show after show after show after show. Same with Marvel. That's going to stop. Therefore, the amount of characters that we're going to see are going to slow down, and they're going to stop. Some are going to stop. And so they have to, have a backup plan. And that's why I think they're getting into these big, because these are not small lines. You know, if I were to ask anybody in here right now, there's 12 of you in here. Thank you guys for being here. If I were to ask any of you who are in here that know, what do you call it? That know about the manga specifically, and I were to ask you, how many characters can you name, right off the top of your head? It's going to be, more than 3, right? At least. So they could keep making these and making these and making, and they could give you a 2.0, and Hot Toys could give you things just because. So, it makes sense what they're doing 100%, right? It's just the lines that they're picking. It's like, why these? But that's exactly why. It's because the amount of characters that they could potentially make from these figures, I feel like is limitless to them, It's like a relationship. If your wife's giving you Marvel and DC and throws the green sword, this guy into the green Zoro, green haired Zoro, he said. You're insane. The anime, they anime or anime not. Oh my god, this guy. But yeah, so so that's what I feel like is happening, and it's very smart. It's just, I personally wish that they would get into something else, because for example, the what was it, the League of Champions or the League of Legends or whatever the hell. That alone um is a very, very, very big line, and I don't know League of Legends, and I don't know anything about it, right? So I'm probably not going to get a single one of those figures. And like I said, they could be doing that line for for how many years? And I'm telling you right now, I will most likely get none of those figures because again, I don't know anything, and because it's such a big line, like you guys know, I like to complete my lines. And and whenever I can't complete something, it kills me until I complete it. So for me to start that line, specifically with the character that they made, it wasn't appealing to me at all. So, and that body looks funky to me. So because of that, I was like, I was like, I'm not getting into the and if I did get into it, then I'm stuck getting everything because I can't just be like, oh, I don't have that one. Like I that's not how I operate. So I wouldn't be able to do it. Dragon Ball Z line, and I'll wake up. Can you imagine if they did that? Forget it. But they would probably do the same thing. Oh, that was another. Oh no, that was Enterbay. Never mind. I was gonna say Hot Toys did Dragon Ball Z Evolution movie, but it was Enterbay, not Hot Toys. 90s cinemas, and I'll wake up. Yeah, those would be great, but other companies are making them, and I don't feel like I don't think that Hot Toys feels like bothering with that stuff when somebody else, unless I feel like they could do it that much better, and they probably could, but they probably, like I said, they probably got so much on their plate, it's crazy. Michael Knight with that's a good one. I would love a what do you call it? A kit, a 1/6 kit. I love a mythological figure, headless horse. Yeah, that'd be cool. And especially because I don't know if you guys remember this, but they made Ichabod Crane from that movie, from Sleepy Hollow. And that would have been a great figure with the horse for them to make. Absolutely. That's a great, great figure. That would have been a great figure at least. I'm surprised that third party. I mean, again, because of the fact that the figure is so old, I think no third party company even, thinks about it. Number one, it's not something that's a big deal or super, super popular. But I think that if for whatever reason that movie gets remade or whatever, I feel like a third party company, because look how many figures I've made with horses. They made the Carter Slade um Ghost Rider figure with the horse all on flames and stuff. So they made Valkyrie with the horse as well. So horses aren't even a problem, You can get a horse right now on eBay, no problem, and they look beautiful. So that figure would have been nice, especially again because they made Ichabod Crane. Like I feel like that would have been an amazing, amazing figure. Um, but yeah, guys, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let me see what else they got going on. So this was, and we talked about this, but this is out, right? Mine hasn't shipped yet, but they charged it. Um, I'm gonna do a video on this, and the video is gonna have all of the bobas. And what I'm gonna do is I have a boba. I have the repaint bobas. I have two of them. I have one with the throne, and then one without. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna remove one of the head sculpts from the bird poops, because I got two bird poops double packs. So what I did was I did obviously the black outfit one, right, with the head sculpt. Then I did one with the helmet, and then I did one with the armor and a head sculpt. So I have one still sitting in a box, right? Another black outfit one in the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, hopefully, if it fits, if the head sculpt fits, I'm going to put the head sculpt on this one to see what looks better with the head sculpt, if the repaint or this one. And I'm going to compare the armors of Bird Poop, repaint, this one, and whatever other Boba Fett I have available, just to show you. I'm not going to do the Arena Boba Fett because it doesn't belong. And I'll see what other Boba Fett's, from the show we have, out already in our collection, and then I'll do that type of video, because I feel like, this one, I would assume, being the last one, it's supposed to be the best. It's got everything. It's got the stick. It's got, all the stuff, and the the color is different, and so I want to see in hand, obviously, which one I would consider better for me. I'm not making the video to tell you guys, that that's what you should think as well. Obviously, I'm going to be telling you guys what I feel about all the figures that I have in my collection, regarding what's better looking, what's better quality, what's better, um, accessories, which is probably going to be all the same. Besides, obviously, a couple. This one has a stick, the repaint doesn't. So, things like that I'm going to point out. But it's just to let you guys, know what I think of the figures and the armors and the materials and all that stuff. It'd be great, but seems like the market would be small. Seems, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like that figure was not something that was like super super hot. Even when it sold out, I don't remember many people asking for that. I still have mine with those Beast movies with when I forget the guy's name that he played, and the British guy as well. So I have those together because they're obviously, Johnny Depp figures, but all the Bobas except animate. I hate you. You are the worst. You always come in, whether it's my post, whether it's my streams, and you what you do is you grab you grab the pliers, right? Where the paint is, and you grab 'em, and then you twist where the paint is, and you go like this. You go like this. Oh, churro, like that, and then you go, oh, animated, because I don't have them. Some friend you are. Unreal. Test Jazz, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We got Luis in the house. He's awake. Oh no, he's working. That's why. Unbelievable. This guy. This guy. Look at this guy. What up? What up to my posing and non-globe? This guy. This guy. Ask him. Ask him how many Fisons are in his collection right now, and how many actual Hot Toys are in his collection. Fisons, 35. Hot Toys, 2. Real collector. Unreal. Get out of here. Paulo, how are you, my friend? Welcome. He says, I really wanted this boba, but it had to get clipped. The pre-order. Yeah, no, I'm excited because it looks, it looks badass to me. Even though it doesn't have the head sculpt, which it's not really necessary. I want to see what do you call it? What it looks like in hand. I completely forgot to take a picture of them, or of them like this, with Fennec and Mando did like this. So I may pull one out, or even this. For the video, I'm not gonna do all that, but for pictures, maybe. I think it's a must to take a picture of them together. Look at that. Too much action for them not to be together. It says 50. This guy 50. Love the book of this boba. The look of this boba. Wish I didn't destroy his mystique with the show. Cancel my. No. No, you canceled? I didn't know. I thought you had him. Wait. So what are you gonna do? Are you ever getting him, or that's it? Like you just lost all your love for Boba? Tuli says, Fabs, you have vintage. Yeah, I have all of them. I have all of them except Starlight Pit, which I skipped on purpose. I was like, oh, I have the original one. I don't need that one. And then after, because of the base, right? The base turned me off. Because I was like, oh, where am I going to use this base? And what made that figure was the base. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to use the base. I'm going to miss it. And oh man, do I regret it. And now it's so expensive and I can't find it anywhere. But it's coming down in price now. So and if I get it, I get it. If not, it's not a big deal. So I don't have that one, and I do have vintage, and I don't have animation, which is why I'm looking for it. So if anybody has one that they could spare, I'll take it as a donation, please. Cooper says, I'm good with my boba and throne because I'm a collector. Flavio in the house, the box collector. How are you, my friend? He says, man, the more and more I see this figure, the makes me want to pull the trigger. They did a really good job. So what you're saying is that you're not collecting, is what I'm picking up from this message. Let me see. Man, the more and more I see this figure, makes me want to pull the trigger. Makes me want to. So doesn't say you're going to, it says makes me want to. So that's a thought, right? So you're thinking about it, right? They did a really good job of making you want each one for distinct. See, so making you they're making you want each one. So are you? So they didn't make you want it bad enough. So you're still not collecting, is what you're saying? Flavio in the house. Thank you for being here, my friend. Yeah, no, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this because I there's something about this green. I don't know what it is that like makes it like really pop against everything else. And I think that's what looks really, really like appealing to me. And look at the helmet. Look at that. Look how weathered that is. Sick, 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 sick. Only figure ever canceled. Won't collect another. No way. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Such a big Star Wars fan, and you canceled it. Unreal. Who's this? Flavio has a collectible. William says making you want making you want to get on the wait list. Yeah, Flavio, is that what it's making you do? Making you want to get on the wait list? Oh man. Sideshow Labor Day. Oh, 25%. Yes, I saw the email. Guys, 25% off on yeah, it started yesterday. Yes, yeah, today. I think today. I got the email that says something like Labor Day starts today or something, or Labor Day weekend or something like that starts today. So I was like, oh, 25% off. I was like, what do I need? I have everything. Do they have? I hope I'm going to put this out into the universe right now. One day, very soon, they will find an animation Boba Fett in the warehouse finds, and it'll be mine. Remember this conversation because I will buy it for retail when I get it. You heard it here first. And so it is, and so I let it be. Remember this. Flavio says, Hot Toys does a great job at making real So does that mean that they're making you collect, or are you still wanting to think about it, about collecting? Let us know. Let us know in the chat. But yeah, guys. So I think this is going to be very good. I think the fact that Hot Toys is getting into new lines is definitely a good sign. But the problem with that is that they're getting into lines that just because I don't know about something doesn't mean that it's not a big thing. Like, for example, anime, I know for a fact, is a big, huge thing. I know that for a fact, right? I know absolutely nothing about it. But it's huge, right? There are tons of anime collectors in the community as well. But because Hot Toys is not an anime, focused company, you don't really see that many people in the community talking about specifically anime, right? You'll see when like a third party will announce something and people, oh, they go crazy, and that's when you really see, the action of anime, right? But besides that, regarding hot toys, you'd never see it. So that's why I'm like, oh, it's weird that they're getting to these lines that aren't, in my head, that popular. But the thing is, they're very popular. It's just they're not popular within the realm of hot toys, right? So that's the issue. But these things, these mangas, these anime cartoons, these shows, these movies, they're a big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people who do cosplay, they're very big into this anime world. So, just because I'm not, and just because some of you may not be, does not mean that, oh, well, Hot Toys is getting into crap lines. No, not at all. Like I said, a bunch of us may not be into them, but it doesn't mean that they are not popular. It doesn't mean that, they're not going to sell out. Doesn't mean that they're not going to, make money on the line. That's not what that means at all. Like, if I for myself won't be going crazy over it, there's no FOMO for me at all. Even if, the day that they're released, they're completely sold out everywhere. Oh well, you know what I mean. But if I could get them, why not? Like I said, they're very decent figures. They look really nice. They're different. And again, because I own Hot Toys anime, that's another reason why I would want them in the collection. Just the fact that they're Hot Toys. Um, but because I don't know them, right? I don't know. I have one of them, two of them from one of the anime shows. It's called The Friend, and like I said, I have two pieces of them, and I don't absolutely not. I don't even know what the show is, right? But it's a Hot Toy, so I have to get it. So that's why I want I don't mind the line, the One Piece line because of that. But the thing is that it's not something that I know. It's not something that's gonna make me get into the show. Like watching the trailer for One Piece, I was like, it looks like a fun show. It looks like it would be a fun series. It looks like there's drama. It looks like there's a lot of action. They got the superpowers. So to see all that stuff is cool. It's just because it's something that I know nothing about. It doesn't, it doesn't do it for me. And it doesn't mean that if I give it a shot, that I'm not gonna love it. I could, watch the first episode and be like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like I can't wait to see what's next. So, but because of how I am, I don't really do that unless people are like, oh, you need to watch it. It's very good. Like I don't know if you guys remember, I hadn't watched The Mandalorian season 1 at all. Like it was out. It was a year later after being out. I hadn't even watched a single episode. When season 2 came out, I watched season 1 and season 2 literally back to back, and then obviously waited for season 3. But that was the only way, just because Hot Toys was coming out with all this stuff that I was like, oh man, I was like, I need to know what's going on with this show and this line because I know nothing. And then so that's what got me into the show. But this stuff, I don't really know if I'm gonna, be too excited about getting into that. Let's see who is in here. Some guy, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We got Rudy in the house. How are you, my friend? It says, I appreciate this one. Yeah. Get to take a break. That's the thing. It's different. It's different. It's something new. So I welcome it all. Even if I don't get it, it's new stuff. It's different. There are tons of people who will love it and appreciate it, but some things are not, they're not for everybody. Not everything is not for everybody, you know. So Polo says, I did watch Mando until the pandemic. Oh, see? Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I didn't even know, that was a thing. And then obviously, over time I found out. I was like, oh my God. So then, like I said, I watched when season 2 came out, or right before season 2 came out, I watched season 1 and then I watched season 2. Just because, I wasn't into that stuff. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how well they're gonna do in the Hot Toys world. But like I said, there's a lot of collectors that do really love anime. And so, but like like I mentioned earlier, Lahara being one of them, you guys see him in the chats all the time. He's very big. He buys the mangas and everything. He's shown me his like book collection, like tons of books, comics, everything. And I consider him and he was, like I told you guys earlier, he told me about what that was, when Social Toys was coming out with those figures, or would, announce those figures. So I consider him, very knowledgeable regarding that, right? And so his response to that release or that announcement was, I would have rather them to be the anime look and not the realistic, the realistic actors head sculpt. So is that going to be an issue for some people? It could be. If it is for somebody that I consider, somebody to be very involved and very deep into, that line specifically, because he knows all the characters. And that's how he feels, right? I'm going to assume that he's not alone, right? So we don't know what can happen with that. So how can we gauge where this is going until it's released, and you can't even gauge it through Sideshow because everything's waitlisted anyway. So you can't really like, oh look, it's waitlisted, it's sold out. Can't even do that. So how are we ever gonna know? It looks like we're not gonna know. Harold says, I knew a girl named Anime. Anime. This guy. Anime. But yeah, guys. What's today? Today's Friday. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard as usual. Let me see what you guys are saying before I'm out of here. Caustic Plastic making cool figures with their Bella Dracula. See, I don't like Caustic. I bought I have a couple of Caustic bodies specifically. Specifically, I bought a Terry Crews body for the Expendables when those were a thing. So I made a custom Terry Crews out of a Caustic body, and I made another figure also out of the Caustic body. I forget which figure it was. And I'm telling you, I didn't like those bodies. They could be, just because they're very old or whatever. I haven't bought anything since because I didn't like them. So if they're different and changed, I have no idea. But back then, I was like, I don't really. They were very cheap, and so I was like, this is not for me. So I didn't like that at all. I agree with that. Anything anime wouldn't translate good or realism, but since there's enough, yeah, that's exactly what happened. They went real life like instead of the anime, which I guess it makes sense if that's what they're trying to do. They focus on real stuff, so there's no need for them to make anime. But I'm saying for fans, for the anime fans, they may want the anime, which is why they're sticking with So Toys, or Hero Toys, or Toys Hero, whatever that company was. Yeah, Hero Toys. They could stay with them if this is what they want. What are you gonna do? If that's the look they want, that's the look they want. That's more real to them. That's more what's the word? That's more that's closer to what they watch or what they read. That's closer to what they look like in their pictures, in their books, in their manga, in their on the shows. So it's understandable if they don't like the real life like look, but so how does that, what I mean? How does that translate to the Hot Toys community if people already feel that way? So that's the tricky part. So that's why I don't understand how they would get around that, because again, to me, I don't know anything about anime, not even a little bit, right? Not even a little bit. I know nothing. I've never watched a single episode of anything. I've never done, I don't know anybody's name, never about anything. Even the figures I own, I know nothing about any of that stuff, right? But as a collector, right? As a collector, to me, that's cool, right? Like, oh, those are cool pieces that aren't don't look bad to get in your collection. And like I said, they could go anywhere. And they're not bulky pieces, they're not massive pieces, they're not big pieces. If anything, they're tiny. What's his name? Luffy. Luffy is super what do you call it? Super skinny. So he's not taking up any space, right? No space at all. Not even a little bit. Look how skinny. He could fit anywhere. Literally, look at that. So there's no reason for that, for something like that for me, to not want to get. And again, they're different. So let me see. Interesting. Caustic versus so again, I don't know what Caustic has been doing lately. Nothing. Nothing. I love So Toys all day long. I love everything that they've been doing. Within the past 2 years maybe. Which is when I got into them. My first figure from them was Warhead, and I loved it. And then I just started buying. I just kept buying. So I love So Toys 100%. I don't, like I said, the only Caustic things that I have are those two bodies, a white body and Terry Cruz's body for that custom that I did for the Expendables. And that's it. So I don't really know much of what's going on with them right now. But if send me some links and I'll check out their stuff and I'll let you know what I think. Harold, have a good day, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. True anime fan. Uh, happy labor. Yeah. Where are you right now? Are you laboring? Unbelievable. This guy's always laboring. Every day is Labor Day for you. Unbelievable. And you don't collect. All right, guys. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Don't forget. And as always, wait. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.